Damn, Zeus, you too cold, bruh. What you doing?
Bad bitch, if she do what I say so. Big 40s in a big ass Draco. 3 more millions when you ask how my day go. Order a buffalo, not a blueberry fago. Fuck gold and we straight to the smart shit. 2 small bands just to take you out real quick. 3 more hoes, pull up, I'm fucking shit. That's how it goes. Baby, I'm coming straight. Bad bitch, if she do what I say so. Big 40s in a big ass Draco. 3 more millions when you ask how my day go. Order a buffalo, not a blueberry fago. Fuck gold and we straight to the smart shit. 2 small bands just to take you out real quick. 3 more hoes, pull up, I'm fucking shit. That's how it goes. Baby, I'm coming straight. I'm on my knees, yeah. We some rock stars and I'm on my knees, yeah. Can't get walk hard. It's not my dick, little bitch, my clock hard. Straight to the cash. I'm a shot star, straight to the bag. I'm that nigga, huh? Got me some cash. Rolling out some cash. Yeah, got me some. I ain't fussing yesterday. I'm a fuck sign. Bad bitch, and she do what I say so. 2 big 40s in a big ass Draco. 3 more millions when you ask how my day go. Order a buffalo, not a blueberry fago. Falls moving, we straight to the smart shit. 2 small bands just to take you out real quick. 3 more hoes, pull up, I'm fucking shit. That's how it goes. Baby, I'm coming straight. Bad bitch, and she do what I say so. 2 big 40s in a big ass Draco. 3 more millions when you ask how my day go. Order a buffalo, not a blueberry fago. Falls moving, we straight to the smart shit. 2 small bands just to take you out real quick. 3 more hoes, pull up, I'm fucking shit. That's how it goes. Baby, I'm coming straight.
What up?
What's good, people?
What is good? What is good, everybody? Welcome to episode 1 of Amateur Hour. As you can see, it's me and your boy Dave. We chilling. What's good,
Yes,
man?
sir. Yes, sir. I'm chilling, bro. How you been? How you been?
Been good, man. Obviously, this is full circle weekend. Been watching all the live streams, the Q&As, and you know what I'm saying, just feasting on some of that Zack Snyder goodness that we've already experienced, but you know, this is the weekend to re-experience it. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
He said,
you hyped, bro?
Yeah.
Are you hyped, bro?
Yeah, I'm hyped, man. I'm hyped.
Right?
I'm
Oh,
hyped.
no, my camera's already kicking out.
Uh-oh.
Bro,
uh-oh.
I'm hyped. I'm
Yeah,
hyped, bro.
Yeah. Hey, good. So, hey, look, y'all. I'll give you a little rundown here when it comes to me and Dave. So he hit me up just a little bit ago, and he was like, "Yo, he's been thinking about doing a podcast and stuff." And he hit me up and asked me, "Was I interested, man?" And then we had a little meeting, and I was like, "Yo, I'm down 1,000% because we had a lot of similar interests. You know what I mean? We both love sports." We both love the Zack Snyder content, video games, movies, TV shows. So
Yeah.
we was like, "Yo, let's vibe a bit. Let's get together, put together something where we could just talk about all the shit we like." Because we both got separate channels. I know, obviously, Dave, you fuck with the video games. You do the live stream and Twitch. And when it comes to me, I got the Daily Show, Four Nerds, things of that nature, where I mostly talk about like comic books and movies and stuff like that. But when we combine it all together, that's what you're getting right here with Amateur Hour. You know what I'm saying?
I'm hyped, man. I'm glad you were down for it.
Yeah.
I knew I just knew it was like, I don't know, it was almost too perfect.
Yeah.
Like just the way, like I've got more like kind of like a chill vibe. You got more of a hype, like, you know what I'm saying, vibe. And I think it just goes.
Yeah.
It's going to go together good. I'm excited, man. I'm super excited, bro.
I am as well. So you hit me up. You said just big go. So we got a tradition we're gonna start on this thing, right?
Oh yes, you got yours ready?
Yeah, it's ready.
You got yours ready? Okay.
All right,
so tradition, every episode we're gonna start in the show taking a shot. I mean, I feel like that's only right. Amateur hour, we got the whiskey. We both like to get down on the drinks every now and then.
Yeah, we do.
You know what I'm saying? I got my what are you drinking on? What you got?
I got some vodka, man. Some Wheatley's vodka, man. Just do a little shot glass, little Wonder Woman shot glass right there, just a little bit.
I got my little. I don't know if I can see it. I got a 50 caliber bullet.
Oh shit! Hey, there you go. There you
go.
See
that?
Hey, there you go. There you go.
We're gonna start it with a shot, end it with a shot. If you're watching and you're near somewhere that You got a shot. Take a shot with us.
Take a shot. Yeah, man.
In the beginning. Every guest we're having on, we're going to make them take a shot.
Yeah.
Whether they want to or not, we're going to make them take a shot.
Yeah.
You come on here, you got to take a shot.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Real talk.
Are you ready, bro?
Yeah, man. Hey, cheers for episode 1. There you go.
Yes, sir. Episode 1.
Woo!
Oh, let's go.
Let's get it started. I see a chat said PG-13. I don't know about that, bro.
We don't do PG-13 around here. I don't know. We don't do no PG-13 around here, man.
He's gonna throw a shot at Tony. Wow, chat already going off, man. But yeah, man,
watch the stream. Yes, we are gonna watch the stream.
We waiting for it to come up, the Q&A. Like I keep refreshing it. Once that comes up, we're gonna bring that up there. Listen to a couple of folks talk. I know both the Rays were there.
Ray Fisher's there. Terrio's there.
Yeah, Chris Terrio's there. Yep. And
Ray
obviously,
there.
Zach, Debbie, and the crew is there, and a whole bunch of people we know and love is at that place right now, chilling in that 4K, man. The pictures they was putting out, that place massive. You see inside of it, like some of the pictures of inside the theater.
It's huge.
Yeah,
it's huge.
It is.
Zach was saying I think it's like the biggest IMAX. It might be the biggest one on the West Coast, or it's one of the biggest IMAX.
Yeah. I think it is the biggest one because I think I think screen wise, the way they measure it, the biggest one is in Georgia. I think. That's like in the country, but yes, on the West Coast, that's the biggest one they got over there.
Yeah, I got you. Hey, before we get started, we have to do a huge shout out to Worse.
Yeah, Worse, man.
Huge shout out to Worse, bro. Man.
Worse.
Humongous show. This guy designed our logo.
Uh-huh.
The logo you saw in the intro when we started, he designed that. The background we're using right now, he did it all for free. Didn't charge us nothing.
Yeah,
because he's that dude. Yeah. He's that dude. He's that cool of a guy, man.
Yeah. Nah, good work, man. Good work. Yeah, it's dope. Every time he send me something worse, I say, "Hey, man, that's fire, man." We move.
You shout out, man.
But yeah, man, we're gonna talk about everything, man. Everything. Here. Nothing's pretty much off limits, man. Sports. Everything. I know you excited. You got a little series coming up that's about to start on Tuesday, y'all.
Lakers Warriors, baby. Let's go. Oh, let's go. That's like finals. This is like a finals game. This is like a final series.
And they it looks like they're going to treat it as such too. They go the coverage for this series. It's going to be out there. I mean, because you got the other semifinal stuff in the East, man, but Knicks and Heat just don't got the feel of Lakers and Warriors, man. You know what I'm saying?
Not at all. It'd be a good series, but it's not gonna be Lakers.
It's not gonna be
Lakers.
It's definitely not gonna draw the attention like this series will. So they said Lakers at 60. Call it.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Hey, my team, if you don't know, I'm from Georgia, the Hawks, they done got blasted out of there. We chilling right now. So I could just watch the basketball world, the playoffs, and just chill. No heart. No, what you say? No, the blood pressure ain't getting up or nothing. I just sit and watch. Yeah. That's it's like a double-sided thing. But believe me, man. When it comes to that, we both big sports fans, and when football season starts, we'll be talking about some of that too, because we both got our teams out there. What you think about your boys' draft, man?
I'm hyped, bro. I think we did real good. We did real good. So in the off season before the draft, we beefed up the O-line just a little bit.
Yep.
We got some wide receiver. We got a new running back.
Mm-hmm.
We got a punter, which we needed bad. Our punter sucked all last year. Dude couldn't get the ball more down than like past the 50-yard line. Like it sucked all year.
Yeah.
We beefed up our defense. Our defense is quick, man. I'm hyped.
Ben say Lakers in 6-2.
Hey, let's go, Ben.
Ben he hyped for the series too. I see them showing some love to it. So yeah. No, I wasn't. Our first pick this year in the draft. I'm a Packers fan. Even though I'm from Georgia, I've been a Packers fan for almost 30 years, bro. Like just been on a way since they used to when they sucked back in the day. But their first pick wasn't too satisfied with it. I mean, dude's a beast. Obviously, got picked in the first round. You a monster on if you get picked in that. For the most part,
right.
Some people, but for the rest of, as far as the rest of the rounds go, I'm good. I am looking forward to life after Aaron Rodgers. You know what I mean? Like I'm Jordan Love. Jordan Love has been, you might not follow him, but Jordan Love has done something that Rodgers didn't do. Is he out there with the receivers and running backs doing camps on the week? Like they just got done with a camp this weekend where he just had them out there. So QQ say Lakers in 7. Okay.
Lakers in 6. I feel it.
Hey, I know. You a Lakers fan, you probably rather that thing get done in 4, but I like the entertainment value, dog. Let me get 6 games, bro. You only let me get 6 games and keep me watching, man. I miss that because when it comes to sports, when that after basketball season done, hockey's done too. And all you got is baseball, and obviously they call it the dog days of summer for a reason when it comes to baseball. Because I'm a Braves fan, but I don't start really rolling with it till they get to the end of the. What'd you say? Sorry to become for you and your Packers. Hold on. Who you like? Oh, Chicago Bears. Okay.
Oh, he's a Bears fan. Bears they made a couple moves.
They fleeced the Panthers, bro.
Big time.
When they traded that first pick, they got him. Yeah, they got him. Good up on you though. Hey, we'll have some battles. We'll see, man. We got 2 young quarterbacks, man. That divisions have gotten younger.
Yeah,
and I'm liking to see
Jen with the host. Appreciate you, Jen.
Hey,
what's up, Jen?
What up?
This woman is goated.
Goated,
bro. Dude, when I used to stream, like there's been several times where she donated like 50 to like 100 subs to my stream.
Oh man,
like she's the GOAT, man. She is the GOAT.
Damn,
shout out if you don't know Jen, you're missing out on a legend. That woman's a legend.
Since it's your red goat, okay.
Yeah.
Glad
I'm excited, bro. I'm excited. First episode. So a big part of the reason too we went with Amateur Hour was, man, I hate giving this woman props, but Meg, I hate giving this woman props. But Wonder Meg, y'all know on Twitter, actually told me about this like it was probably like a year ago. She's the one who came up with the name. She's like, you should start a podcast and call it like Amateur Hour. And I didn't think nothing of it at the time.
Yeah.
No, it's a dope name because it's like we're not tied down to just comic book movies or or sports. Like we're going to talk about everything. We're going to gather all the big headlines throughout the week, whether it's about sports, movies, news, whatever's popular at the time. And we're talking about it all every Sunday, 4:30. 4:30 Pacific. 7:30.
7:30. Yep. 7:30 my time. Yep. And then I mean, obviously, the schedule will probably get reworked a bit when it get to football season because Sundays be. Especially mine because if you guys catch me on YouTube, I got instant replay. That when football season starts, we start ramping that stuff up, talking football. But man, this is I'm excited, man, because there's a lot of the stuff that I do. But out there on my own I got my daily show where I just talk about pretty much daily news and stuff like that, and then other shows for nerds and stuff, and instant replay, and shouts out to Meg and Joy, World's Finest, whenever we decide to bring that back. But doing this right here, man, we noticed just over the years after we sort of met each other through the Snyder Cut movement, like we had a lot of similar interests, man, and a lot of things in common that we like to talk about. Especially like with video games too, man, because that's how you get started your Twitch channels with the video games. So
I'm excited for it. Hey, shout out to Jen. I told you, man. I told you she's a GOAT, bro. I told you, man. This woman is goated, bro.
Hold on, somebody out there said.
Shout out to Jen.
Somebody out there said she helped her with her taxes. Yeah. He said, Jen. Wait, where was that? Somebody said Jen low key helped me with my taxes, man. I saw it. Where I see that at? I know I just saw that, man.
Yeah, good. Hop on it.
A movie suggestion? What you got?
Absolutely. Go for it. Bro. Oh man. We got 15 minutes till this Q&A starts, bro.
Yeah, 15 minutes.
We got 15 minutes. I'm so hyped for this.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so hyped for this, man.
Yeah, especially after what happened last night's Q&A,
oh
man.
My God.
My God. Let me hold up. You know what? Somebody sent it to me because I played it last night. Let me I need to bring that up. We just need to watch it just one good time, man. Let's just watch it one time. Hold up. Let's see.
Give us a John Wick 4 review. We could do that.
Yo, did you saw it, didn't you?
I did. I thought it was dope, man. It was long. It was
Yeah.
long. I didn't realize. I didn't look at the runtime before I went into it.
Mm-hmm.
I was
I
like,
did.
dang. I was
But
like,
man,
I've been
yeah.
sitting here for a minute, but it was dope. Man.
Yeah,
I loved it.
Yeah,
I loved it.
Man, let me tell you something. That when that movie got done, I thought to myself, I said, man, they don't turn like it's when you see people that can continually turn it up. You know what I'm saying? You see a movie like the first John Wick was fire, the second one was dope. They turned it up, and then it got and then they just with this one all out. That whole entire sequence of going back and forth up the stairs at the end. That shit was so tight, man. I was like, he fall back down and start back up. And I'm like,
my God. Dude, when he fell down the steps, I was like, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. I was like, this dude is dead, bro. It's a wrap, man.
It is. Hold on. Let's see. Let me get this up here. Let's see.
I like the way it ended, though. It ended good. It needed a definitive ending.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It
like,
did.
you can't just.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. Here we go, man. Let me make sure you hear this.
The Snyderverse,
you hear that?
question, but I saw Watchmen. I loved it. Casting was perfect. Casting for Justice League, Batman vs Superman, perfect. I don't know if you're familiar with Doomsday Clock, but I was wondering if that was like in your vision or if like what you think of it, and like was that ever gonna like come to like fruition eventually in the future?
They all look so confused.
Which one was Doomsday Clock?
It was like the crossover between Watchmen characters.
Yeah,
and,
was that the
DC.
Jeff Johns?
Yeah, Jeff
comic?
Johns.
Yeah, probably not.
Yo,
I like that Damon hopped up and looked.
DJ. Like
We
I
don't
said,
talk about that
like
guy.
I said, probably not.
Bro,
Yeah,
who was that, man?
I don't know,
did anybody ever find out who that was?
No, I'm sure somebody, somebody in the chat might know who it was, but I have no idea, man. But it's crazy because I think did DJ and what's his name have to come back for they had to come back for them reshoots, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, so they got the first-hand experience of being, and plus they were there, when it was already discussed and behind the scenes before Zach even left from there. So
Scott who? Not the Scott I think you're talking about.
Nah, it wasn't. They know that.
There's no shot. There's no shot.
It was a thug life gift moment in real life. Man, that was, hey man, but that just go to show you, man. Hey, look, these dudes, when you hear them talk about some of these people, behind the scenes that present themselves a certain kind of way to the general public, but when you people who actually work with these cats, you get to see really how it is, man. Like he was, and there's a picture. I don't know if I'll be able to find the picture, bro, but there's a picture somebody took when he walked off the camera. He did the double birds, man. He shot double birds. He shot the double birds to the crowd, man. So that's
DJ's a G, bro. DJ's a G, bro.
You met him before,
DJ.
right?
I don't think so.
Oh, you don't think
I've ever met DJ? Yeah.
Okay, he might not have been.
I met Damon.
Yeah.
I ever met DJ.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, that was incredible, man. That was incredible, man. Joe, man,
How much time we got? Oh,
let me go back to it. Let me go back to it and check it. Let me refresh it, man.
9 minutes.
I think for like I was telling you before we started, I think the movie might have started a little bit later than they wanted it to.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And it's 4 hours, so it's like right up against what it should have been done almost 20 minutes ago if they had started it right at the time they were talking about.
Right.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that.
What do you guys? I'm curious, chat. What do y'all realistically?
Realistically. Yeah.
What are you hoping is going to happen most? The biggest thing, like Green Lantern scene, like big cameo. What are we hoping for here? Green Lantern. Green Lantern scene would be filled.
Yeah. You know what? That would be incredible if he could, put that in there, and we could finally get to see Wayne's, like, like actually finally get to see his scene that he filmed in Zach's driveway. That would be fire.
Realistically, Rebel Moon footage.
Wow, boy, so that,
Mm.
I
Why
think
is it
when it comes to the Rebel Moon stuff, man, he probably could have showed something if tonight was at the Art Center, but since it's like it's at a like a
Oh, Universal. Is that
it's
Universal?
it's at like a movie theater chain because
Right.
of the IMAX screen. So Henry gonna come out and support Vine. If Henry come out there when the movie over with, that whole place gonna blow up.
It's going to erupt.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
place will erupt.
We'll know because our phones, my shit's on silent. It'll buzz right off the damn desk. Right? It will just fall right off of there. Yeah, if that happens though. But shit, man. Hey, so when it comes to this series, man, what you look at, what you most looking forward to, man? What you know what I'm saying? Because it is a when it comes to Lakers and the Warriors, obviously. There ain't really been the battles there between LeBron and Golden State. Yeah, there's been some of those. We got to see it, 4 or 5 straight years in the finals and stuff. So, what you looking forward to? Like you want to see how they're gonna play Steph? How they gonna, you know what I'm saying?
I'm curious how they're gonna. I mean, Steph is like people like him. I am curious how they're gonna play him, but people like him, like he's just gonna do his thing. Like,
Yeah.
You can't stop greatness. You can't stop it. I'm curious more. I don't know. I just feel like I'm just like the intensity, like the tension that leads up to these games is like what gets me so hyped for it, man. Like that's like I don't know. That's what I'm most excited about. I think who has home court advantage? Is it Warriors?
Golden State? Yeah,
Warriors?
they got
okay.
But that's weird too because Golden State this season their road record was terrible, bro.
Oh yeah, horrible. Horrible.
I'm surprised. You know what? To tell you the truth, as much as I think Golden State's a fire team. Like is what they did last season, winning that with like in the circumstances that it was in. Like they're good. I can't believe they won that game because they're terrible on the road. They hadn't won one of the road in that series. So, and they just lost at home to make it go to Game 7. So, but would it be in both games? I mean, all the games gonna be in Cali and stuff. Even though they got the home court the first 2 games, I still see split crowds, man. It is still in the state of California, and I'm pretty sure it's not that. It says time for Klay Thompson to go off. Klay.
Yeah, I don't know. He has been kind of mid, hasn't he?
Yeah. I don't know whether he picks and chooses, but yeah. I mean, we remember back in the day, Klay used to go off just as much as Steph did, but he had a couple injuries and shit. Yeah, he filthy.
In this series, like it kind of, as far as like rest goes, it kind of favors LeBron a lot. Both games are in Cali. Like there's no time zone difference. The flights are really short. Like
and y'all finished up a few days ago as opposed to just
first game until Tuesday. So that's plenty of rest for LeBron. Plenty of rest.
And he knows how to turn that on in the playoffs, man. Once the playoffs hit, he knows how to turn that, flip that switch, so to speak, that teams be talking about and stuff. But
we're gonna have this debate soon, real soon.
Oh yeah, we are.
We debate. We're gonna have this debate real soon.
He said, "Speaking, we will. We've already discussed it. As obviously, Dave, he's a LeBron dude, and as far as me, and look, let's be clear when we talk about this debate, we're both fans of both players. It's not like we just think, but one of them was trash. No. But it's just, which one's our favorite and which one had, I guess, probably more influence on the game and things of that nature.
Right.
But that's coming.
Oh, big time.
We've already talked about that.
RRR, I'm down. I mean, have you seen RRR?
I hadn't seen it yet, man.
I've seen it.
It's dope.
I thought it was dope. It was filthy.
Everybody
man. The movie opens with a dude is booking it like through a forest running away from a tiger. Like, that movie is dope. Where'd you watch it at? I saw it. I think I rented it on Amazon.
Okay. So it's okay.
Oh no, Netflix. It was on Netflix.
Oh, okay. Good. Yeah, I need to watch it. Everybody that I know who's seen it, they say that shit's fire. So yeah,
it's filthy. RR is filthy.
Yeah. All right, I'm trying to see. Joey,
is it the link on that Vero one? Mm-hmm. Like when you click on the Vero thing, that full circle, and you go down to the ZSJL, it says open link. Is that where the live Q&A?
It says what? Hold up. Let me show you. I'll pull mine up real quick. See right here. It's the link. It just says this. It says Full Circle has the office. And it says live streaming Q&A with Zack Snyder and guests. Has
Right.
this the screen, and of course it says stream is not started yet. So I keep refreshing it, and as soon as it comes up, I'll pull it up though. Say the movie just wrapped. Okay, yeah, that's right. Joey just messaged me and he said,
movie just wrapped. All right, bet.
Yeah. So they should be starting it soon. I don't know. He just Joey messaged me. He just said, "Bruh, ... I don't know did something happen in there? Like I'm waiting. I just messaged him back to see what happened. So whatever it is, I'm gonna relay the information to y'all. Make sure y'all in. Oh, he said we just got done. Okay, so I see what he's saying now.
So it should be going soon.
Yep. Because it was.
Because I know Zach was saying they got to start it like that. Because he said
Mhm.
Universal wants them out of there like ASAP.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's under Jordan's shoe. I like this guy. BCNAZ. I like this guy.
What'd he say now? What?
He said LeBron has this place in NBA history and it's under Jordan's shoe.
Cool, but hey, when we talk about that, we gonna have some. They gonna be talking shit in the chat.
Oh, big time. Yeah, sorry if you can hear a truck.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
outside my window.
Yeah, right outside your window. Nah, you good? You all good? You all good, man? Let's see. Is it action? So yeah, man. Hey, look, everybody who out there watching right now, everybody in the chat, we appreciate it. We really do. Like I said, this is
shout out to y'all, man. A lot of love for the first one, man.
Yeah, it is.
A lot of love for the first one.
Yeah, it is. And like I said, man, we ain't just hitting one beat. We talking about everything, man. It's just a whole bunch of stuff, man. Matter of fact, shout out to Q. I don't know if he's still watching, man. I hit him up earlier. I'm a big fan of the last Jedi game, the Star Wars game. The new one just came out Friday. He was telling me there's a lot of bugs with the PS5 version and shit. So like I was gonna get it tomorrow. I was been too busy this weekend to get it.
My carbon monoxide alarm.
Nana, what's good, Nana?
Thought I lived in a penthouse. Why would you think that, man? What's up, Bob? Shout out to Bob. My boy Wild. What's good, Wild?
What's good?
Bro. Wild's a day one.
Hey, is he? Okay.
Yeah, Wild's a day one. You were moving and live streaming.
Man, you are.
The grind don't stop, bro. The grind don't stop. Marianne, thank you, Marianne, for the sub.
Okay.
Thank you, Jen, for the 5 gifted sub. My boy Rockstar with the tier 2 sub. Let's go.
Nice.
Shout out to
So you got you got to pull it up. Okay. Yeah. I got you, man. What are expectations from the Q&A? Now you know what?
I expect some bombs to be dropped.
Yeah, and you know what? Because last night, after that happened, I was like, now tonight, all they out there, no holds barred. Like whoever's asking questions in the audience, they just gonna be asking everything now because they, you know what I'm saying, that they want to see some responses from the panel, whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't think Zach was ever going to talk about the open pod thing. He went hella deep into it last night.
Yeah.
So I expect some bombs to be dropped, especially if Chris Terrio was there. Chris Terrio don't care.
Yeah, he does.
Chris Terrio will talk about anything. Like he does not care.
Yeah, Chris Terrio got an Oscar, man. He like,
yeah, he's like, I'm good. You can fire me from Hollywood. Yeah. I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah, Rand Chris gonna spit some. Yeah. Real quick though, I did want to mention though this weekend when it comes to the Full Circle stuff that's going on that we just now we're talking about. We're waiting for this Q&A to go up. That the main focus is on AFSP, and if you're in the giving mood and want to donate, man, donate to
Absolutely.
AFSP. Yeah,
if you're Nathan in the chat, type ! Full Circle. That'll pull up the link so you guys can donate to FSP.
Okay.
Also do command AH for amateur hour. That'll pull up a link to ACS's YouTube page. Make sure you sub to it, and then pull up the option to sub to my page if you want. You don't have to because subbing to Twitch costs money, so I'm not going to make anybody sub to that. But YouTube is free, so all you got to do is click a button.
Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, hey Nana, you right? He brought out.
personality. He sure did. Man. A long time ago, man. That
Yeah,
man
a
don't care.
long time. Yeah, man. Hey, yo, I tell you what, man, you're an Oscar-winning screenwriter, and you write some stuff, and somebody try to give you some. Hey, you need to change that. You know how I look at them? I mean, I looked at him in the face like, I need to change what? Get out my damn face, man. Get out my face, man.
How many Oscars you got?
Yeah. For real. What's
the
that?
ACS link isn't working.
Oh,
let's fix that.
Yeah. See if it. Let me refresh this and see if they don't started it yet or not. Yeah,
see
we'll give it a bit.
It should take you to it.
Should.
Also, for the podcast, we forgot to mention. So all the live streams will be on Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
All the clips, shorts, all the videos, if you want to, will all be on ACS's channel.
Yeah. I'll be putting them up on the.
See them all. If you can't make it, you want to see it all, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you sub to his channel. So
yeah, and I'll be putting them on there. So Joey said it was insane. He said they built the screen for this showing because
it looked like that screen didn't look normal.
No, they built the screen because it wasn't made for sort of the ratio for Zack Snyder's Justice League. You know that the 4:3 thing. Yeah. No, with the first picture I saw, I was like, okay, because I had never, and it still made it. For some reason, it still made the auditorium look bigger than probably it was just because of the way they did it. They framed it. He said it's a normal IMAX theater, but not for this aspect ratio. Okay, so yeah, no, it looked like it. It looked like they the screen looked as though it was pulled over some things that they had to join it at the corners and edges. Yeah. But it was dope. It was dope, man.
So did they make the screen? So that handmade one they did, was it bigger than the screen that was already there?
Probably taller.
Taller,
probably
because it's in that 4:3.
Yeah, probably taller and probably just a little bit slimmer as far as that's concerned. So they just he said bigger. Bigger than the regular IMAX screen. Yo, I did see somebody post some pictures they took while they was watching it, and then one of them was Momoa right after he takes it, you know what I'm saying, drinks down the bottle and goes to jump in the water or whatever. And I was like, whoa, that's
Bobby's Grandstein, so I hope I don't kill it with this. Did you see the video of people rushing Zach for? I did see it, man.
Yeah,
those people are clowns, bro.
Disgusting behavior.
God.
And from what I've heard, it sounds like it sounds scary to me because it's from what I heard that the people stopped in front of Zach's car.
They pinned him in there.
Yeah, and then stopped behind the car that all of that behavior, disgusting, bro.
If he don't do a Snyder Con again, you'll know why.
Yeah, exactly.
People are doing stupid stuff like that.
Yeah. That's and for the most part, I think the people that were doing it didn't even attend the event. They just, So
that's what I heard.
Disgusting behavior. You ain't killing the vibe of the stream, man.
You're good.
We talk about everything.
We talk about everything. There's nothing we don't talk. This ain't PG-13 here.
Yeah. But disgusting behavior, and you're exactly right. And I think I tweeted it out. If we don't see this happen again for either for a while or ever again, yeah, dude. Hey, that's you, Ben. That's exactly what I put it like this: when you see a movie and somebody trying to kidnap somebody, how the cars park around, and you see like a big action sequences. That's how it looked, man. Like the people just running up. So that's. I don't know what to say about people like that, man. Just, here we go.
We getting it?
Yeah, let me make it full screen. As soon as it starts, we'll bring it up and see what they're talking about. But let's see.
Let's get it. I'm ready for them. Ready for that good. Let's go. I'm ready. I don't think they were fans. I think they were just like people looking for autographs. They get sales somewhere or whatever.
Actually, you know what? Somebody made a comment that stuff, all that stuff's probably gonna show up on eBay. I didn't even look. I probably should have just to see. Like, hey, y'all don't buy that stuff from these cats, man. Because that's as somebody who couldn't go, I see stuff like that. And I'm like, man, y'all
ruined it, man.
Yeah.
Ruining it for everybody.
Hey man, yeah, California, you don't want to get shot, bro. So they said to just let it happen. I was like, hey, Oh, chill, man. Chill. So I got it up here. I'll bring it up real quick just so y'all see what's going on. It's just saying we'll be right back. That just popped up. So as soon as that thing pops up, we'll throw it up there and we'll listen to Zach and him go off. Man, it was cool. Hey, Ray tall, ain't he?
He's tall as a mug, man.
Yeah, I saw the whole crew there. And look, I've seen people take pictures with Zach before, so I know Zach, he's not a really tall guy, but like, man, Ray was over everybody. I was like, I didn't know Ray was that tall, man.
I know, right? I was looking at him. So yeah, he was standing next to. I was like, "What is he like? Is he like 6'5"?
Mm-hmm.
Ray's 6'4".
Yeah,
6'4".
Jack, when you met, yeah. Landon, when you was there, Landon, you was in the house, wasn't you? Yeah. Yeah, no, but yeah, 6'4". Oh man, that he up there. Let's see if I'm trying to look on here and see if anybody else to put anything until we can talk about Chris Bouchard watching. Cool. Yo, all the guys, man. Ben and Jason. Shit, I don't know. I think they're all comparable in height. It's funny because that time that Zach brought Ben and Henry out there, and then Gal, obviously, she's a little bit shorter than both of those, but Gal is she's tall too in her own right.
Gal. Oh yeah.
Gal,
she got stilts on her, bro. That woman is tall.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, she tall too. Gal's she's 5'10". Yeah, see, but man, you know what? The measurements of height when somebody writes it out as opposed to like actual visual height. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like meeting somebody and like, you know what I mean? Like just like seeing visual height. It's weird, man, because people sort of what they call it. They say when you sleep, your body stretches out. They're like, hey, you get shorter. So yeah.
Right.
I appreciate that. Link for ACS to be fixed. Appreciate that. Vero just tweeted stream will start shortly.
Nathan.
Good. Yo, we in here, man. I want to see what I know they said Joey said that when they were seating everybody to start the movie that Zach come and say, hey, everybody get here and get seated, man. They need this theater for Mario's. Like so
Yeah, so they ain't playing.
Yeah. It's like, hey, yo, when y'all get done, y'all got to hurry up, bro.
Yeah, y'all got to get up out of here, man. We're trying to make money.
Which, hey, look, let me tell you something. I'm sure they got some stacks. Some stacks for the theater. Yeah. They got taken care of. Trust me, they got taken care of.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, they did. Oh man. So, I guess, yeah, cool. Yeah, man. I want to know what they be talking about, man.
I'm excited to see Ray, man. Fisher.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see Ray Fisher, man.
Yeah. Yep. I am. I'm glad he's there. I'm glad also that Ray Porter's up in the house too. Like literally them two dudes, man. They especially like those two, they go on, obviously not as much as they used to, but I think as far as besides Zach going on a lot of streams, from the actual like people involved with Zack Snyder's Justice League, besides Zach, and Debbie, besides them, I think Ray Porter and Ray Fisher went on the most stuff. They interacted the most with fans out there and stuff. So
audio was up.
Uh-oh.
Let's go. Let's pull it up.
Is this live?
Yeah, that's right. There you go.
Here we go, baby.
Hey.
Before we get going, can we give a shout out to all the people who technically made this happen today? Let's hear it for them.
Yes.
Hey.
Absolutely.
Yes. Thank you, volunteers.
Absolutely. Incredible.
Event staff.
Yeah. Yes. The person who brought the bowl.
So if you ever see anyone with the event staff T-shirts on out in the world from now on, you just have to go and say huge praise.
So I'm your moderator.
I don't even
today.
have one of those shirts. How are we doing how is the stream? It's up.
It's good.
Okay,
it's up. Oh God, we're on the air. Okay. Well, it's a pleasure to be here. My name is Ray Porter. I thank you. And I'd like to do like to do some introductions, but Grandma needs her glasses. I would like to introduce to you the additional editor, Dodie Dorn.
Yay, Dodie!
Oh, Dodie's goaded.
Mm-hmm.
You know him, you love him, you can't live without him. VFX supervisor, DJ.
Hey!
The goat.
That's
DJ the
it.
goat.
Our writer, Chris Terrio.
Oh, this is hype.
Our incredible director, Mr. Zack Snyder.
You already know.
My dear friend and a damn fine actor and the soul of this movie, Mr. Ray Fisher.
Yes, it is.
Let's go.
And we have one final person to announce. Brilliant writer, brilliant director, brilliant actor, and I think the finest Batman I have ever seen.
No way.
What?
No way.
What?
No way,
Let's fucking,
bro.
hey, sit down, man. Hold up. Let me see, bro. Are you fucking serious right now? What? What?
There's no way.
Yo!
No way.
Sit down so we can see it, man. Holy shit. Are you serious right now?
No shot.
Come on, man. Hey, my man, chill with the chill right now. Let's see it. Yo, there he is,
We have a
dude.
sharing mic in our small.
Oh my God.
Hey, yo. I said I'd be the most surprised if he showed up. Holy shit.
Oh, I'm speechless.
They switched cameras, man, because they couldn't see.
Thank you very much. That's very nice.
There's no way.
And what you're saying seems positive, so I want to say thank you.
Oh my God.
What?
Bro. I'm losing it, bro.
Yo.
So I'm meant to kick this off with some questions from the Vero community. I'm going to read those out, and then we're going to just, I guess, basically open up to questions, discussion, whatever.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. All right. So this first one is from Matt. I'm assuming is to Zach, not to me. The work you and Chris Terrio accomplished in BVS and Justice League was simply brilliant. Do you have any plans to collaborate with Terrio again in future projects?
Well, if Chris would have me, of course. It's always a question, just of like, he's a busy man, so Look, I love Chris more than anything. He's a genius.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
of course I would love to work with Chris anytime you
This
want.
is incredible, man.
Well, what's he gonna say?
I'm freaking out right now. Bro.
Yeah.
I hate that short little motherfucker. But yeah, of course I collaborate with Zach again. I mean, when we find, of course.
This is from Stephen Mark Monteith. What other New Gods characters did you plan to feature in the JL movies? Because I don't like being alone. And how much development would they receive? We saw Granny Goodness, so would we have seen the Furies? What about the other members of Darkseid's family?
Yeah, for sure. All of them. I mean, he had to really get an invasion force together, and I think he was going to get his own.
There was going to be a Christmas album too, right?
Really beautiful.
Yeah.
And especially, yeah.
Oh, this is incredible,
Sure.
man.
Well, the Furies for sure. We talked about that a lot.
I'm going to say something here, Zach, which is that I've read chatter about the anti-life equation and how did Luxus Darkseid lose it as though it were his keys, but we would have taken that up in the second episode. You would have understood some apocalyptic betrayals and palace intrigue that would have explained how that all happened.
Wow.
So if ever a miracle happens and more of this story is made, you'll understand more of that because there was a plan there.
Oh,
Yo. So
hey,
all the people talking shit about,
yo.
Darkseid just
So
forgot
the
what.
last Vero question is from Dylan. It says, Cyborg's vision depicts Kilowog dead at the site of the Hall of Justice, but he's not with the Nightmare League in the sequence at the end. Is this implying the existence of numerous Nightmare timelines, with the one we see in JL2 just being the final one where Barry successfully activated the cosmic treadmill to warn Bruce in time? Or was it just something you thought would be cool?
That's pretty fair. It's a pretty fair question. I would say that particular shot, the one, in the flash moment where he sort of has all those visions of the future, that one I think is more impressionistic than the actual hard timeline that you see in the final sequence. So I think that's probably the answer, is that he's seen, I would say, a more metaphorical vision of the future than an actual hard reality in that one sequence.
Well, I would like to give the most time
It's
to
like,
you guys as far as questions and things like that. Now, did we have mics set up, or am I being Phil Donahue literally and running up and down there? Okay, cool. I just have to
cannot
be
believe
mean.
Ben Affleck is there right now.
Help us
Dude,
all.
let me tell you something right now.
Yours was the first hand up, so yes.
Oh my God.
I can't believe it, man. Look, she can't even.
As long as you can be heard.
Should I stand or sit?
Stand, yes.
So thank you to all the panelists for being here. You've done incredible work. My question is for Chris and Ben. Thank you for being here. So Ben, you were a brilliant Pierre d'Alençon, and you're the best Batman. So just my preface.
Facts.
So your version of Bruce Wayne undergoes this radicalization into this pathological jingoism, and then
Lady J.
de-radicalization to which he then has to navigate the aftermath of what he's done. And then for Chris, your writing in these films is incredibly politically dense and layered. You've got false flag operations, false testimonies as war propaganda, and I appreciate your advocacy for whistleblowers in the story, given what's happened to other journalists who have told the truth. So for the both of you, how have these big political topics informed your creative process as storytellers in these films?
It's the girl. She's just talking low.
So starting off with an easy one. That's cool.
That was a long question.
Yeah.
There's a thing that Bruce says in BVS, which is if there's even a 1% chance that he could destroy the world, then we have to treat it as an absolute certainty. And that seemed to be something that was happening in the wars of our time, right? There was this idea that there's an axis of evil, and if there's even a minuscule chance that there's going to be a suitcase nuke in New York City, then we have to treat it as a certainty and we have to make war. So that idea that was going through Bruce's head.
Yo, Chris been on it. He been in the gym, bro. Terrio.
We were looking at in the world.
I know. Look yoked.
So consciously wanted to ask that question, and then also politically, when you have the character of Kahina Syrian, intervention in Africa, that's a thing that Superman has done traditionally, right? Superman intervenes, and there are clear good guys and clear bad guys, and then truth and justice save the day. So that was another thing that we wanted to kind of complicate and say, well, what actually happens when Superman intervenes? It seems like he's intervening to save Lois, but what other lives are affected? Superman says about the danger to Lois, think of what could have happened, and she says, think of what did. Pointing at all the stuff that happened in the village. So that was another conscious thing, not to try to make Superman a villain or to say, Superman is wrong, but just to say it's a little more gray and complex than maybe traditionally has been, at least in the films, has traditionally been presented. In some of the comics, there is a lot of shade of gray in Superman and his work.
Yeah. That's one of the things that I love about working with Chris and have since I met him and got to know him, is that he operates as a screenwriter on a lot of different levels simultaneously, where you have a plot story that's very keen and paced and make sense, and you have character stories that are connected and compelling and interesting and nuanced. And oftentimes there are thematic corollaries that don't impose themselves and stand out in front of the movie so that it's a screed or that it's didactic, but rather it's kind of marbleized into those two other elements, so that if it's something that you're interested in, if it's something that resonates with you, it works on that level. Additionally, if it's something with which you're like about which you're not interested or aware, like it sort of goes by, and yet there's a kind of like I've always get the sense with Chris that the plot is sort of if the screenwriter is the cat burglar breaking into the house, the plot is sort of the meat that's thrown to the guard dogs, while the themes kind of break their way into the window, so to speak.
Now, those of y'all asking, that's Lady Genevieve. She has a YouTube channel. It's not Rhea though. I thought it's
third row in. This is like no good. I need like a laser pointer. What is this going on? Raise your hat up in the air. You had a hat in your hand?
Yeah, the one with the cryptic symbolism on it.
Yes, sir. There's a microphone nearby. Yeah. Is there no mic over there? Oh, dear.
It's a black shirt.
How loud can you be?
damn, my man's like to dive right there. Ben got on some J's, man. He did
with the Jordans, bro.
Yeah.
That promotion.
Yeah. Have you seen the movie yet?
I haven't.
Dude, it's fire, dude. I hadn't seen it again. I only saw it once. I can't wait for that shit to hit like Amazon Prime and shit. What they doing?
Listen, that's a good question. I think it's fair and it's exciting. And look, I love the world, and obviously, I've not put a small amount of effort into this mythology. And we have done not also a small amount of work toward what the eventualities of these scenarios might be.
Yeah, I didn't hear it neither.
As far as I've had an amazingly my experience with you guys and with this material has been incredibly satisfying, and I couldn't be happier with the way that you guys have been able to dig in. We always talk about, like, if you want to go deep on these movies and on this mythology, it's there for you, right? And so, yes, would I be interested in whatever medium or whatever way these ideas would continue? Of course I would. But in the meantime, we forge ahead and we do what we do, and so like that. But yes, thank you. But I love this world, and I love these guys that I've gotten to do this with, and it's been amazing. So thank you.
Yeah, they said they didn't have a mic wherever that person was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Jumping up and down. Yeah, there is a mic down here. Come down. I got a good question.
Can we judge the question?
As opposed to what?
Somebody asked Ray a question, man.
One question, and Ben Affleck, you're the greatest Batman ever. Mr. Snyder, looking at that post-credit scene with Deadshot, what was the plan for Batman's Ben Affleck for that story?
Deadshot.
There was a whole elaborate plan, which would take up too much time now, and some of which I may have forgotten. But I always liked that character and talked to Zach about that, and I think there's a
Deathstroke
plan for continuing on in this character. A certain point I got to and kind of found that I thought I wasn't really I just felt like, well, I wasn't quite sure if it worked or jived. And I felt like if you have a character like this and you kind of take that on, you want to go forward, you better really be sure and understand it and be confident. And certainly as a director, you kind of have to be the last person interested in the movie when everyone else is really bored and doesn't want to watch it again and is sick of it, exhausted by the whole process. And I have held myself to this kind of metric where if I'm not really sure I see the precise location on target that I want to hit, I'm not sure I can hit it, but I want to at least know exactly what I'm aiming for. But there's, as all of you have kind of mentioned, there's a spectacular array of characters in this universe. And also I think, they are ultimately like, I know that we sort of become like attached to them as exist in these particular forms, but I think of watching Zach stuff and whatever he does, I find interesting and enjoy this kind of manifestation of his work. And so, and with Chris, you see people's, like, it doesn't necessarily have to be wearing one face to tell an interesting story. There are certainly, as response to this gentleman's question, there are a lot of different ways to do that. And so I don't get too wrapped up and like fixated on that one thing, or at least that's the way I soothe myself.
Also, I want to point out that this is such a brilliant visual film, and the pacing of it and the tempo of it and everything is so incredible. And we have DJ here and we have Dodie here. Does anyone have questions for them? Yes, here in the white shirt. Loud.
Okay, I can defer.
I'm sure they have the
What
real
did I just
answer,
say?
but-
All right, yes. Stretch. You're going to have to just be loud. Oh,
What is going on up in there?
Hello, guys. Oh my gosh, this is cool. Zach, how close are we, and will we ever be able to get to see that Jon Stewart Green Lantern deleted scene?
It's a good question.
Would I ever be able to? Listen. I don't have it right now. There was a, property was returned, but it does exist. You won't say anything. That's cool. I know you won't. Of course. Wow, it's only live. Turn off the cameras. But yeah. So I would have to say, look, I think just me saying Wayne did an amazing job in the little scene, and I really love him. And it was nice of him to come over to the house and shoot it with me. And he's an amazing actor. And so, yeah, he's a cool guy. But yeah, as far as seeing it is, I don't know when that will ever happen. But, never say never. So, of course, I already have it.
Yeah, I will try to. Oh, there's a mic over there now. Fantastic. Make your way over to the microphones if you like. So just, yes, you right there. Yes. Do you want to get on the mic or no? Okay, not loud, but you were partying last night. I'm supposed to repeat everything, right? Well, come on.
So this is an editing question because, like you were saying, the pacing on this goes wild. In more ways, you have these incredibly somber moments that you sort of let play out, and then you have flash sequences that do these various crazy some odd things. So from an editing perspective, what was sort of going through your head in order to sort of evoke various emotions of whether it's excitement or these crazy applause moments that you'll get from the entire crowd?
It's a great question. Yeah. So the question was about the editing and to like, what's like going to make it really evocative, essentially. Within yes.
That's actually both of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Well, that sequence especially that he's talking about, I mean, the flash running back time sequence you're talking about is per se, or whatever. Across the board.
Our inspiration was Cher, right?
Mostly.
Yeah. You can turn back.
If you could turn back time, you guys have heard the song.
That's what I thought.
Go, Jody.
Well, no, I have to say, and Ray introduced me as the additional editor because I was standing on the shoulders of a very great editor, David Brenner, and amazing man. and then we had Carlos Castellon keeping it safe and warm for the time when Zach was away from the project, and I was lucky enough to come on and be the one to help realize his unicorn, bring it, let it get born. So many of the scenes were already formed when I came on, and I mainly worked with that material, and that's why I was trying to throw it to DJ, because that particular scene already existed when I came on the Time Warp scene.
But the Time Warp,
Amazing.
well, the Time Warp.
Amazing.
Okay. I agree. It's amazing. But my memory is it existed because, can I say that? Because we made it exist alongside
Yeah, it wasn't
a version of the movie where it didn't exist.
It wasn't supposed to exist. Like, of course, we had a big, argument. There was a time when the discussion of whether or not to have Flash run time back was a big, the studio didn't want to do that bit. There was but anyway, so it was a pretty,
another example
we had to
of being trash.
manufacture, it was almost one of these things where I had said, look, let me show you it and it'll be cool. And you guys are going to want to do it. And they said, okay, cool. And well,
What up, Victor? Victor in the house,
that
right?
they were confused. Yeah, there was a lot of confusion. But regardless, I think the good news is that we had shot, luckily we had shot enough material of Ezra running on the treadmill and doing his thing and, saying those lines about, Dad, I'm one of them, that whole thing. We had that, and thank God we did, because there was no way we could have manufactured that, but it was good that we had it.
And we post-viz the whole thing for you, so that's what you got when you came onto it.
Right, yeah, and I have to say, it's very, very emotional material, so we let it play as emotional, which is an interesting thing to create something so emotional in the middle of an action beat. It is an action beat, but you have to let the sound go away and let the voice be the dominant thing with the music, and that was what we were doing. Did that mean time's up?
The bar is closing, I guess. Or I don't know.
What?
I'll have a double martini.
Yeah, we got to be careful because Super Mario is coming in here any second, so we got to be ready.
God.
Right. I have paid no love to this side of the room. Well, God. Pesky thing. Gentlemen, right there, yes.
I got that.
Yeah, F Super Mario.
Yeah, for real. They're gonna have to wait, bro. They already made $1 billion. They good, man.
Chill, bro. You're good.
One showing is not gonna kill it, man. That theater probably got 2 or 3 IMAX screens.
That's cool.
You have to repeat the question.
You're not talking about the Jesus Batman, just Batman, or the Jesus Joker, just Joker in general. Yeah, no, there was these guys were on a mission. It was a kind of a mission movie moment or beginning of where it was like a buddy picture, where the two protagonists were at odds and they had to work out their differences over their travels across the country. No, in a way, that's what you could see. In some ways, that's what they're on about. They're on this little journey. And I guess, for me, one of the reasons why I wanted to do that scene was because I felt like, I was really happy with the way that these two guys, that the Batman and Joker in that scene, and it's only a little taste. I just felt like it was rude for us to have gone through this entire sort of DC universe with the two characters that should be, with each other at odds, I guess, having not really coexisted on film in in that way. And I had in my mind wanted that to be part of the movies as they went forward. And I just really felt like this scene was important, for this universe. And Ben was gracious enough to come and do it, and Jared and put on the cape one more time. Oh my God! And then Jared also, is was awesome, and it took some convincing, but it was really fun. It was fun to do this.
Yes, you had one. Here.
Oh, thank you. Just so you know.
Hello, everyone. My question's for everyone in this panel, including our gracious host. My name is Carlos, and I just want to say thank you all for doing this. The foundation we're supporting, the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, that's a battle I've struggled with personally. And these movies, the stories you've directed, the characters you've emboweled, the things you've written, edited it, and just being a part of in general, it gives hope to so many people, way more than just this theater of loving fans. These stories speak to us, and even though we can't fly, we can't fight, no matter who we are. And I just wanted to ask you guys on a personal level, for every one of you, give me a sentence answer. On a personal level, how do you feel knowing that you're part of something that gives hope to so many people that really need it?
It's ACS, dog.
It's the greatest honor of my life to be here, to be a part of this, to be included in this, to be a few people's nightmares and all of that sort of thing. It is and has been and will continue to be just absolutely the greatest honor. And I buy every T-shirt that ever comes up for AFSP, and I hope you do too.
Absolutely.
Just for me, we do these things, we make this giant thing, but then to have it have, and I've had the pleasure of having like a lot of, interactions with people who I get to hear their stories and get to understand what they've gone through, just like, has it impacted our families. And, so that sharing for me is incredibly moving and really lets me know that there is not only is there work to be done, of course, but being proud of the work that we are doing and the progress that we are making. There's always it's a hope thing, and I think yep. And I think that is that for me is incredible, again, amazing honor. And I love that you guys enjoy the movie, and then I feel like it's the smallest thing I can do for, because I really, love the outreach that everyone gives, and it's amazing.
I can take both mics. To mimic what's been said, it's an honor. It is, and it's also a great responsibility. I think for me, I've learned a lot from playing this character. I've learned a lot from the people that have supported this film. It's the culminating phrase that I think encapsulates it best is, "I'm not broken and I'm not alone." And in myriad ways, you guys have shown me and one another that you are not alone, and that anything is possible when you put the collective together to go ahead and tackle a problem. And so for anybody out there struggling, for those of you who are struggling now, for those of you who struggled in the past, for those of you who may know somebody who is going through it, just please do your best to iterate and reiterate to them that they are not broken and they are not alone. And make sure that you direct them to the resources like the AFSP that exist out there. Thank you for everything you guys have done.
Shout out to Ray.
Yeah, for real,
Thank you
man.
very much for what you said. I have a lot of admiration and respect for the bravery it takes and sense of self to stand up and talk openly. I think that's extremely helpful and good. And thank you. And both any association with an effort like this is an honor, certainly, and I kind of a similar way, I could sort of look at my own life, in a lot of different ways. But the truth is, I'm old now, right? I've done 55 or 60 movies. But the movie the character that people most commonly approach me about, in my own first-person experience, is undeniable as this character in these movies. And it clearly has an enormous reach and impact on people. It means a great deal to people. And that's, I think, the only appropriate reaction to that is a sort of gratitude and humility. Gratitude that I owe Zach for bringing me into this project, Chris, who wrote, Ray, and everyone who worked on this, and to the fans who, without whom it doesn't come to life. And I appreciate and hope it's true that these like kind of fables, these stories that can in ways sometimes we're not even aware of, be moving and meaningful to people. And if that's the case, I would just say I'm humble.
Well, first, thanks for being so candid about that. Because I relate very deeply to everything you're saying. In this film, every single one of the major characters is dealing with loss. Everyone, Lois, Martha, Diana,
100.
Arthur, Barry, Bruce, and so that became the important heart of the film, of how to take in loss, take in the darkness that's trying to pull you down, and to answer affirmatively and to fight back, fight back against it. So all those things, I'm grateful if anyone feels them, because they were deeply felt on the end of us who are making it. I mean, you can't make a movie that has emotion in it unless you have sat alone with those characters and with those thoughts and figured out some of that stuff for yourself. So it makes me really happy if it lands anywhere. So thank you.
I guess for me, I just feel lucky to be asked by my friends Zach and Deb to be a part of this, and the whole journey getting to the end of the Zack Snyder Justice League and the effort of that work. It's emotion. It's very emotional, cathartic. I wish we could do more, because I think there's a lot of story left to tell. But the thing that I kind of take with me and everybody's efforts through this organization is my first time yesterday being on the panel and meeting a lot of you afterwards. And I'm inspired by you guys being inspired by what we've done. I think it's, like Ben said, it's a very humbling thing and something that I think was unexpected for me as a personal note. So thanks everybody for paying attention.
What they said. Go ahead. One of the things that I was doing was restoring a lot of things for Zach that were very important to him in the film, and I keep coming back to the concept of life affirming and acceptance, and the scene with Wonder Woman where the little girl after the explosion says, I want to be like you when I grow up, and she says, you can be anything you want to be. And that concept is something that comes through in everything that Zach does. It's very, very life affirming. And for me as a collaborator, it was very exciting to be in Zach's orbit and then notice all these badass women all around him. Badass characters, badass producers, badass first ADs, all women who are just embraced by him and really a huge part of the process. And I feel fortunate to be one of those half badass women.
Full badass. Full badass. Half badass. That's funny.
Appreciate you guys. Yeah. Well, I'm seeing this. Is it a pink shirt? I don't want to offend.
Wonder Woman. It's Wonder Woman.
Oh, hello. Yes, please. Loud or get on a mic. Ben.
Thank you.
It is.
Wow.
Somebody just said,
There were a number of them that I was kind of exploring, and the plans were to, make interesting, nuanced, complex characters, and in particular the character you mentioned. And I didn't really, I kind of feel like either you do, I'm just going to get into my own preference here, but either you do like a kind of massive kind of one villain that is so formidable, you just can't imagine how it is that your protagonist is going to be able to overcome it, or you have to sort of really populate kind of the Injustice, like these big group villains where you get to have all these different characters. So I was at the time really trying to kind of hone in and focus on that character and get into depth and detail about it to make him seem as impressive as I felt like there was the opportunity to do. And that's the only detail I have for you.
Way back in the back there, in the back corner. Is that back corner MC? Yes, hello you. Yes, hi. I think a mic is probably a good idea. Yeah.
I'm Christian, and I'm an Art Center student in film. This is a question for you. If you could go back and give your younger self advice, what would it be?
Sorry, could you repeat?
Yeah, no, I got it. He said, what would I do if I went back and met my younger? What would the advice I would give to my younger self? Like my Art Center self?
Yes.
Right. Yeah, look, I have no regrets, and I feel like everything's gone, the experiences I've had, and it's hard to say like, if you did this, everything would go much better. And yeah, I'm sure there's advice I could give to my younger self that would make things be smoother sometimes. But the bumps are what make you kind of who you are, and so you need it. So it's hard to the idea of telling yourself to do something different is kind of then you're not you. But I would say though, but just as advice for a young film student, of course, my advice is, you are the thing. Your point of view is the commodity that you have. The way you see is that no one else has that but you. And so, however you exercise that, do it to its fullest. Don't be afraid of it. Don't shy away from it. If you think it's weird, doesn't matter. It's cool. So that to me is the thing I always say. You're the only you there is. So I want to see what you do.
In waving in the is that a black jacket back there? That'll be you. Yes. Loud as you can.
Or maybe that's enough.
Yeah. A couple of show tunes, contrasting monologue. Yeah. I don't know.
Not on.
Shout it.
Somebody asked me a question, man. Come on, man.
I know.
Nope. Shout it. Oh, now you're on.
So he didn't have a question. It was right.
No question at all.
Yes, hand that to our friend over there.
Wait, what?
What did he say?
There you go. Good
He
job.
said something and he didn't actually have a
Does anybody
question.
not have any job related?
Excellent, yeah.
He asked for a
I don't have any
job.
work. We're about to go on strike.
Oh, this is
Wow.
going to be like equal. What do we got here? Waving furiously in the white in the center in the back there. Yes.
Cringe.
Let me take one of these. So, you know, I felt really welcomed and really invited pretty early on in the process. I knew things were going to go swimmingly when I showed up for my test for BVS in Detroit. It was around Easter, and I hop out of the SUV, and you know, I'm a little bit nervous, right? It's my first test for anything, really. And I hear a voice behind me go, "Ray!" I turn around, and it's Zach, and I go, "Yo, Zach!" And we just take this elevator ride up, and I'm just like, "Oh, this is a dude like me. Okay, cool." We chopped it up about comic books, granny goodness, all the like nuances of like really just silly and geeky stuff. And I was like, you know, I feel like I'm amongst my people, if that makes any sense. And so by the time we got into filming for BVS, Zach, he was like, "Hey, you want to see what we're shooting today?" I was like, "Yeah, cool." And so I ended up meeting Ben during that sequence where they were, was it the graveyard sequence where the bat pops out of the mausoleum? They were filming that. And so I ended up getting to meet a lot of folks before we even got to set together. So it ended up taking a lot of the edge off for me because I'm like, oh, I meet Jason for the first time. He picks me up and he just bear hugs me. And I'm like, okay, all right. That's this guy. All right. Got to meet Gull. I got to meet everybody except for Henry beforehand. But, I will say across the board, everybody was really welcoming, really gracious, and just really excited to be there and get the work done. And I think it all trickles down from the top, just in how those environments get established. So long answer short, I felt more than ready because, folks believed in me to do the job that I was there to do.
Dope.
Filthy. I love when Ray talks, man.
Man, for real. Intelligence, man. He's like a
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Sir, right here. Loud as you can. Question for DJ. What were the challenges with the Batmobile shooting the parademons? What kind of challenges did that present?
Well, I mean, in some ways it was easier than in BVS because in BVS, Patrick's Batmobile could actually drive around and do stuff for real. So we were anchored with a lot of reality there, but we couldn't go to Pajarnoff and because we were in London shooting. So that ended up being pretty much a virtual sequence, except for some stuff that we shot with Ben in the cockpit of the thing. And when Jason Momoa jumped off of the Batmobile and yelled out loud, "Momoa," as he jumped into the sunbath. So yeah,
That's not in the movie, by the way.
yeah. So we should have kept it. And also too, I think we labored forever in we were doing pre-production on that sequence while we were shooting, so it was really difficult. But we labored forever on how to get all those major beats right for that chase. And there's just a lot of previs for it, and that rolled right into a lot of virtual production right away. So it was very challenging to make it look real, but I'm satisfied with the way it came out because it's pretty fun.
Yeah, just this shot, just a little sequence alone of shooting the smokestack and it falling over, and then how to roll and crush all the parademons, and that movie has to skid around and face backwards. It was a
simple things.
Yeah, it's a lot of he was constantly. We were like, oh no, then it ends up going backwards. Okay, that's cool because now he's pointing backwards. You can shoot the rest of the parademons there. Yeah, it was a little bit of that. Did we have a model or anything? I thought we had a little model, but maybe we didn't. Oh no, it's me.
Yes. Loud as you can, okay?
Awesome.
Yes.
Good name.
Add Dawn of the Dead again? Oh, another one. Sorry, I'm just kidding. By the way, I love that movie. That's one of my favorites. I love Peckinpah. He's one of my film heroes.
I didn't hear the question.
Great movie. I think they did recently do a remake of The Well, but did they not?
I don't think it's come out.
Is it still?
It was.
Oh, so maybe they haven't done it.
I was that one.
So
with
yeah,
Denzel.
we'll look into it.
Yeah, that shit was fire though. You see that shit? You see it, Dave?
What is it?
The Magnificent Seven with Denzel. That movie was
Oh,
fire,
dude.
man.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I love that movie.
Yeah.
I'm hearing some amazing things over here. Yes, standing there like the Statue of Liberty. Yes, sir. Yeah. Right on. Hey, Justin.
Hey, Justin.
Obviously, it was very convincing.
Yo.
This part is a unique part because so many excellent actors have played it and filmmakers have done it, and the mythology extends all the way, down through decades after decades from this the Adam West TV series and the cartoons and stuff on up to it's really amazing.
Yeah, who did that?
films
Hold on,
and
wait.
art about it.
Somebody tried to ask for a
So it's
job.
much more
What?
daunting in a way than because the other stuff you do, anything else you do, if you're doing it for the first time, there's nothing else to hold you up against, compare you to. There are no expectations. You have the liberty of just going out there and sort of defining it, better or for worse, when people see it. There's a similar there's a double-edged sword with a part like this because you have a lot of tailwind and a lot of people have a lot of goodwill and enthusiasm around these characters that have existed in our culture for a long time, but also they have a lot of expectations. So I definitely spent a lot of time sort of thinking about it and angsting about it, but like all the performances that I ended up being able to sleep at night around it came down to actually sort of what Ray said. And Zach creates an extremely comfortable, fluid atmosphere. And I think for me as a director, that's the most important thing that I try to do. I don't think I can succeed, or actors can't succeed without that, or at least they can't be as good as they can possibly be. And Zach is as good as anybody, if not better, that I've ever worked with at creating that environment, which is extremely important to feel like you're welcome to succeed.
He right though.
So it took away a
Yes,
lot
sir.
of thought, because the thing about preparation is they say you just have to, you do it and then you have to throw it away, and the throwing it away is so that it seems lifelike, obviously natural, and kind of lived in. And Zach made it easy for me to do that. So thank you.
I will say, as an actor, having a safe space to play in is really important. And I experienced that not only with Zach, but you won't remember this, Ben, but you directed me in Argo.
How could I forget?
I'm the PA that brings in John Goodman.
Yes.
And even that tiny role, I felt like I had room to play. So thank you.
Oh, that's good. Thank you very much.
Nice. I know Viola Davis, man. One of her interviews for Air, playing Jordan Mama, she said Ben Affleck was
Now they've
fire
had time
director.
to think of stuff.
Now they've had time. Yeah, exactly. Okay, if you were on a desert island, right? Oh my God, this is Zach. What do I do, man?
What do you mean? What's wrong?
Who do I pick? Red cap in the back.
You're the master of ceremonies.
Oh, red cap.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Let's see who they got, man.
Too kind.
What?
I can't hear Jack. This guy's saying.
No, I can't. I told y'all Jeff would appear announced Tuesday. Relax, bro.
I mean, for me, I have a real, I don't know. It's been my experience that I just go like, I pretty quickly I'm like, oh yeah, that's the person. Like, that's the guy. Get that guy. Or like, I see a casting tape and I'm like, yeah, that's right. And I feel like my gut is probably the best. And I know that's stupid. Like, oh, my gut instincts are like, anyway, I know, but it's not really very helpful for anyone else. But yeah, I mean, I feel like, the casting in this movie, Just I think across the board, these guys have done. Obviously, even just we forget that like at the time that the movie that we put the movie together, um, pretty much, these guys like, Ezra, I just was like, Ezra's cool. I just want Ezra to be the Flash. It's like that. That was kind of how I did it. Like Gal, I was like, oh, Gal. We tested a bunch of different actresses, and Gal was just, and from the beginning, I was like, I want Gal. And they were like, okay, well, we should do, we need to see a bunch of people because, it's like a big part of Wonder Woman. And she's not like super big star or anything. And I was like, okay, well, I just feel like it's right. And then we tested her with Ben. They did a little scene, and I was like, see, actually, what's cool is I looked at it the other day. There's like in the little video that we did in the little audition. I don't know if you remember this, but Ben, like at the end of the take, it was a one shot too. It was like over him. It was like we did it because whenever you do because it was before the film was made, and you don't want to expose yourself to the studio too much, right? And you don't want to say like, oh, is this what it's going to look like? Like, I don't like this. And I'm like, it's not about that. We're just trying to do an audition. It's like any chance for them to not comment on anything but the thing you want them to comment on. You try to do that. So I was like, okay, we'll do this as one take, even though it's like starts out as a 2-shot. And it was in the little scene, it's like Gal's Wonder Woman is waiting for Bruce Wayne, and he's walking down a street. We shot it all on like a sort of fake set. It didn't look like a street, but it was like there's some cars parked around and whatever. And then he would walk up, and it was a 2-shot, and then it was a tight 2, and then it turned into an over, and it was just the sort of a single on Gal. And they were kind of talking about like, you got to stop drinking and all this like really intense stuff, and like, what's the matter with you, Bruce, and blah blah. She was really going at him, and at the end of the take, and the one good one, because it's on Ben's shoulder like this, and Gal was here, and at the end of the take, he turns around and looks in the camera. He's like, okay. Like, I don't think we have to do this anymore. And it was cool because like that's of course the reaction was so clean that like I left it in for the studio, so they were like, oh,
I was as an unwitting accomplice.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember that's the only time that's ever happened to me where I was like, that's obvious.
Yeah, like why are we? What are we doing? Yeah.
Yeah.
I go home now.
Jen, where you been?
But like, and I think that those things, I guess for me, it's like there is.
Oh, she just now jumped in.
It's just like when we were talking about Christina Wren during Man of Steel, I was like literally watching TV. I saw this hummus commercial. I'm like, that girl, I want that girl in the movie. So they, we had to track her down and like find her. But I think that I don't know. It seems I don't know how, but it just
an instinct. I mean, I think that what Zach's like maybe humble to say is that there's it's taste, right? Like, but those have told me about directing. And I always heard before I directed, there's like not the adage is, directing is 90% casting. And I was skeptical of that. And as years have gone by, I've become more and more convinced of it. And it is as you look at all these actors who Zach cast and how good they are and what they've gone on to do, it's a testament to Zach's taste. And his taste is very, as he says, intuitive. I don't know if you can learn it or teach it. He has a feeling. It's sort of what being like a filmmaker with a point of view is. As soon as he sees that thing, it bounces off him. It's very wonderful to work with somebody who's not clouded by a bunch of other thoughts or opinions or what are people going to say or what are they going to do or what are they going to say, or how many followers they have, whatever it is, immediately. And that's, he knows, and he has an opinion and a strong one. And that's kind of what you want as an actor, very much, whether it's good or like, are we doing this or are we doing that? You want me for the movie or you don't? You know what I mean? Both are fine. I just want to know, let's not do 15 auditions, you know what I mean? And do a whole circus. And that's one of the beautiful things about Zach and his process is that he is works by instinct and decisive and absolutely self-assured of that. And it's a very calming thing to have in a director. Okay, he knows where we're going, so I'm going to follow him.
Dope.
Wow. Blue shirt right there waving both arms. Is this going to be the last one?
Guys, this is gonna be the last one.
It's going to be the last question, guys. I'm so
Super
sorry.
Mario.
Oh God, make it good.
They are throwing us out for Mario. So after the after this, it's going to be
Mario just made a Billy, bro. They
All
don't
right,
need
so
no
go
extra
for it.
theater.
I think he's dead.
What was it?
I mean, I love him, but I don't think he made it. He put up a great fight, though. It was awesome. Wait till you see DJ's previs of that. It's amazing.
What did he ask?
It's really, Mike. It's on a small scale, but it's incredible. One more. Give him one more, quick.
One more, quick, fast.
The guy.
Yeah. Behind the camera. Yeah, go.
Dodie.
That's what Mike. By the way, that's what Siri calls her when
Call
I
her
ask
Dottie. I don't know what.
Oh, well, okay. First of all, working on an action sequence for Zach is completely different because it is so well choreographed in advance, and his stunt team actually shoots their version of the entire scene and gives it to me before I even have the dailies of the scene. So it's a very, very intricate process that they do, and I'm just trying to better them. So I'm assuming that's okay to say how how well.
That's what we hope for.
Yeah, how well thought out it is in advance. But without that, barring that, I just take every single take and take the. I mean, a shot is probably a minute or less long, and I cut it down to the tiniest little piece that is usable from everyone, and I just press play and sit back and find the one that hits me the most, and then I put them all together. I mean, it's pretty much that. I don't want to say simple, but that's the process. And then afterwards, once it's all together, then it kind of, you can throw the cards up in the air again a little bit if you want, but usually it's very much, a lot of people think cutting action is easier than cutting dialogue scenes for good reason.
There you have it.
Thank you so much. Thank you all.
Thank you very much.
Again, thank you guys so much for coming out. I appreciate your support, and we love you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yo, this is.
All right, thank you, everybody. These guys are headed out, but as you guys know, we got a flip for Super Mario Brothers. So,
Oh, they cut that out.
They dead serious about that Mario.
Yeah, because they probably there's in Cali, they probably maybe they sold a shit ton of tickets for whatever showing that's gonna be.
That's true.
But yeah, that shit was fire. That shit was fire. Ben showed up.
Can't believe Ben showed up,
dude.
bro. I lost, dude. That tripped me out.
Yo,
tripped me out, bro.
Best believe. That's getting clipped because we both was like, yo.
Yeah,
I think you stood up.
I couldn't hold it, man. I couldn't hold it, bro. That just caught me off guard.
Yeah. And that was the thing. I got asked, I know, when I came on Ali's stream on Friday, and later on after that Ben stream, talk about who would you be most surprised. And I just thought Ben, just because Henry did the announcement stream with Zach. I mean, obviously he hasn't come to like, he's been at Comic-Con before, but he hasn't done something like this. But I said, you know what, Ben, both of them are busy, mad busy. So I was just like, if Ben shows up to this, you know what I'm saying? This is insane. And bro, when they said
that's crazy, bro. Shout out to Ben, man. What a G.
For real. Someone else said, what do you have to sacrifice to rent an IMAX theater in UK to play sex? I don't know about the UK. But hey, man, what a fire first episode, man.
What a dope first episode.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's
a lot of love in the chat.
A lot of love in the chat. A
Bruh.
lot of love. Yo, we appreciate that. Yeah, and man, that I'm sure we'll be discussing this things that went on this stream for a while. It was dope, man. I can't. Ben literally, and they saved him too. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm glad
right.
somebody finally asked
Right.
Ray a question, man. Because I'm sitting there thinking to myself,
Yeah.
like, if I
I was
was
like,
there
yo.
and I got the opportunity to ask, my first question would have been for Ray, man.
Oh,
Literally,
yeah, 100%.
literally.
100%.
It's always, and if we ever get a chance to have him on, man, I always wanted to ask Ray, like, what was it like sort of trying to wrap your mind around performing? Because obviously Ray's talked about it before, but he's been on set. He had that
Oh, the
CGI
pajama
suit
too?
on.
Yeah,
And everybody else had on the suits. And just the process he used to sort of wrap his mind around that and like be able to see. He's a professional actor. I got that. But like at some points in time, I'm sure it could be sort of when you sit next to Ben, he's got on the Batman suit and you in pajamas. So just that question. But yeah, man, I was like, man, somebody gonna ask Ray something, man. Ray,
I know. Right?
I was like, damn. And finally somebody did. It was a good question too, man. It's a good question. But yeah, man, it's
Thank you, Sterling. Appreciate you.
Oh, is it Carezza on there?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, appreciate you, man. Appreciate it. Like I said, man, like we both said, we'll be back. We'll be back, man, on Sundays.
Every Sunday.
Man. Sunday. Yeah.
Nothing's off topic.
No.
Everything.
Yeah, we're talking about everything, man. And
we'll gather all the big stories throughout the week.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about them all on Sunday.
Yep. And it's like I said, if you missed the beginning of the show, it's sort of a combination of our interests as far as when I met Dave a couple years ago is right after the announcement. I think me and you first like did a collab or whatever. You came on my show, and over the years it's a thing. I mean, we might not root for the same people or teams, but we both love sports. We love basketball, football. It just runs in our veins, man. You know what I'm saying? And as far as the movies, I mean, you've already just said.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna have some movie discussions. I know I saw what you had with your other homies, the Planet of the Apes. We're gonna do that discussion. Those because the newer one is coming out there working on it right now. What?
Yeah.
That trilogy is fire, son. That Planet of the Apes trilogy is dope. All right, BC, hey, appreciate you jumping in, man. Have a good one.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's what you can look forward to with us. Sports, real talk. We're gonna be taking shots. That's just
yes. If you miss it, that's our tradition.
Yep.
We begin the show and we end the show with a shot.
Mm-hmm.
So
yep.
If you're
I'm ready.
pour them up, man. You can join us.
Form up. Join us. And and that's pretty much what it is, man. We're gonna talk sports because we just that's what it was. You notice we had a lot of common interests, and when Dave hit me up to do this, I was like, yo. We doing that. Bring Izzy back. Let's Tony.
Oh, he's talking about the dude from when I did the Four Takes show. We talked.
Yeah. The posters in your back. Yeah, I got when Zack Snyder's Justice League about to come out. There was just stuff like that. I got this shirt from Foot Locker. Like this shirt was on the Foot Locker website. This Ray Fisher shirt. Like they just. He had a lot of he reached out to a lot of different brands and stuff and had stuff like that poster. I can't remember where I ordered it from. It was like a alternate comic book cover that they sort of blew up for that. But yeah, man, this is fun. We're gonna.
It's fun, man. We appreciate you guys, man, stopping by, showing all the love. Hopefully, you guys are back next week.
Yeah,
it's gonna be another fire episode. So
yeah, it is, and let's see. Bottleneck Gallery. What you talking about?
Appreciate you, Steph.
Yeah. We appreciate y'all, man. This was fun, man. And listening to that what we just heard, that shit was wild. I can't believe Ben Affleck literally walked in that bitch. Everybody who was in there,
bro.
Yeah. You'll see that clipped up, and you're gonna see that. But
you got your shot ready?
Yep.
You set your shot ready? All right, got the closing shot.
Yep.
Shout out to y'all. Episode 1 in the books. Appreciate y'all.
Yep. Ooh, got kind of warm. I keep mine cold. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, I feel you.
It goes down smooth. That one been sitting there for a minute, got a little warm. But real quick though, like we were talking about earlier, AFSP donate. You know what I'm saying? It's still Full Circle Weekend is still going on. There's one more stream coming up on YouTube with the Nerd Queens and stuff in just a little bit. And yeah, man, I think they got some more winners to announce too for people who won like autograph posters and things of that nature. Yeah. So congrats to all the people who won this weekend too. That was dope. Some people got that. I think the statue giveaway is tonight. I don't know that the one Heroes Park one that's like $3,000 or something like that.
Yeah. That stuff is crazy.
Yeah, it is. It is. But man, you want to wrap this up?
Yeah, man. I'm out. If you guys need me, you can catch me on Twitter at Ohio Dave, Instagram, same name, Vero, same name, ACS. If you want to see the videos, he'll be posting everything on his YouTube. Remember, all the live streams will be here every Sunday, 4:30 Pacific time, 7:30 Eastern time.
Yep. There you go.
We appreciate the love, y'all. And we will catch you guys next Sunday.
Okay, hold on real quick before she said the statue, the record collection, and one more poster.
Oh yeah,
it's coming up.
Yeah, the records.
All right. Yep.
Gotcha.
All right.
All right, man. We'll see y'all next Sunday. Take it easy.
Yep.